going on? Welcome to Sprawl and Brawl. It's episode number 68. 68. We're climbing up in the numbers there. I am Wild Matt. We're here every Thursday night, October 5th, 2017, right now. Live on YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, on Mega Scorcher TV is our channel names. Megascorcher.com is our website, though. VODs, MP3s, all available there. Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, wherever else you can find podcasts, we are also available there as both audio. Oh no, we're only audio on this one. We're only audio. Steiner's over there.
Apparently taking some water.
The 2-second fade there. Our famous long fades.
Oh yeah.
On Sprawl and Brawl. I only ever do them during the intro. That's it. I don't overuse them. You know what XSplit implemented over the week that I want to start using?
What's that?
Stingers. So when you do a transition, it's like a video that plays instead of a fade. So here, are you watching the
concept?
Are you watching the stream? Are you watching the stream?
Watching the stream.
Okay.
I am watching the stream.
So here, I'll do it.
Like, I get what you're saying.
Oh my god, it's crazy. But that sucks because it's just.
I guess it does depend on. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Like that. But yeah, I gotta get some cool ones. Like I said, I want to get I said this before. I want to get a Canadian flag transition. That'd be nice. No Canadian flag.
Sure.
An explosion. That's easy to do. I can do that right now. I just need to.
What do they use?
Huh?
Like what file is it?
Oh, it's a WebM video.
Okay.
Because those have what's it called? Transparency. So you can, if you notice that one, it starts off as a little circle and then it. Yeah. That's why it's WebM, because all the other formats don't have transparency. Anyways, that's not what MMA and UFC talk. Who does that? Who wants to talk about MMA and UFC talk on a show called Sprawl and Brawl? That doesn't make any sense. So it was a weird weekend last weekend. There wasn't really any MMA. Well, UFC, I should say, rather. There was no UFC that last weekend. Crazy.
No.
But
I thought 116 was last weekend, and then I turn on my TV and it's like, oh, it's not. So then I checked the website and I was like, oh, it's the 7th. Shit.
What's this weekend?
Yes, it is.
So Lion Fight 38, that's a Muay Thai event. It was fucking amazing. Dude, there are so many goddamn awesome knockouts on this card. The thing is, I don't really know anybody by name, really, in Lion Fight. Really, I bet if I really thought about it really hard, I would probably go, oh, hey, I know that dude, if I saw his name. But off the top of my head, I definitely don't know it. The main event, though, was for the super lightweight title, Tong Anucha versus Samapech Fairtex, and Fairtex destroyed him. I think it was in the second round. A lot of leg kicks, and he couldn't really walk, and then... what happened? I don't even remember. But he finished
like
the
Muay
second round. It was awesome. I love the whole event. Lion Fights is usually really good, but this event was fucking amazing. Glory 45 was also last weekend. I watched some of it. I didn't watch all of it. I watched all of the main card, though. There was the first two fights collectively, I think, ended in less than 1 minute.
Wow.
They were just...
Now, the only thing I know about Glory is the champ, the heavyweight champ, or light heavyweight champ, or whatever, is talking shit about Overeem.
Sure,
something
why not?
like that. So Overeem is then talking shit about him, and that's pretty much all I know.
Overeem was there at Glory 45.
Okay.
He was just there in the crowd because it was in Amsterdam, so that
right.
might make sense. I'm trying to find the whole card here because I watched the main card, that's for sure. I don't think I watched it. I had the undercard on. I just didn't watch it really. Let's see. Where the fuck is that card?
But he fought. He was fighting Bigfoot. Was that what Glory 45 was?
Yes.
Or was that?
No, that's the next one.
That's the next one. Okay.
Oh no, it's not the next one. Turns out the next one is in China, and Simon Marcus is the main event.
in China.
Yeah, against Alex Pereira. That's weird. Fucking Simon Marcus. You know who that is, right?
The name definitely sounds familiar, but
I'm pretty sure he was in the UFC. No, he was not. Okay. He's Canadian. He's pretty all right. I guess he's just a kickboxer. Just a kickboxer. No, okay. I guess he's one of the dudes that I recognize. Dustin Jacoby. He was in the UFC. And he's beaten him with Simon Marcus. Anyways, he's the main event of the card in China, which is next. And then it's not even the next event after that. Where the fuck is that Bigfoot fight? Is it in China? I don't.
Yeah, I don't know when.
Oh, it's the main event of the Super Fight series, which is the prelims, I guess. And yeah, it's the main event of that. Rico Verhoeven versus. Yeah, so it is in China. You were right. It's just
I didn't say anything.
It's not the main event. No, well, you said, isn't that the next glory?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's just from what I heard, it seemed like it was pretty soon.
It is. Oh, man, I should have known it. Their stare down was in China. All right. Anyways, that card looks okay. But going back to the one that happened this week. So the first two fights. Oh, it wasn't the first two fights actually. So the first fight though was a KO punch, 36 seconds. It was pretty crazy. The whole 30 seconds was pretty much one-sided with Michael Dutt, and the punch wasn't even that crazy because he was backing up, and the dude just kind of walked into it while he was trying to punch. So like he was throwing the punch, he got punched, and like he got knocked out, and like his punch still like went through. So like he kind of like spun himself while he was knocked out on his feet, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
So that was an alright KO. Manny Mancha versus Ahmad Hadar. This actually went to the second round, and it ended with a TKO arm injury. Do I remember that? Arm injury sounds weird. It seems like I would remember an arm injury. Oh yeah, his arm got dislocated. Yeah, Hadar
Like
was
his
actually
elbow or his shoulder?
His shoulder. Yeah. Hadar was actually winning, I think, up until that point. It's just he was throwing fucking bombs, and then he missed one completely. And I guess he thought he was going to land it, and his socket just... his shoulder just popped out. So yeah, that's what happened to that fight. Mladen Brestovac versus Hedzi Garishi. Man, that's what I don't like about Glory. They're so diverse and ethnicals. They have crazy names that I can never pronounce. But this fight ended with a fucking head kick KO. Just boop, lights out. Dude landed on his face after the head kick. It was done. Nice. It was straight to the face, man. Boom, and dude just fell forward from a fucking face kick. It was crazy. All right, Michael Dutt was the co-main event versus Manny Mancha. These were the first two fights of the night because it's a tournament. And Michael Dutt, who got the KO very early in his first fight, 36 seconds, got another KO in 12 seconds with some more punches. This dude looks super powerful. I would not want to fucking get in his face in a real fight. Because even if I tried to take him down, I feel like he could maybe just still punch you while you're on the ground and destroy you anyways. And then, hey, the main event was Robin van Roosmalen versus Sahir Adamchuk. And this went actually the full 5 rounds. It was an okay fight. It was unanimous, though. It's pretty... Van Roosmalen is pretty good. He's been the featherweight champion of Glory for a while. So, he retained his championship. And that was it for Glory. And then there was also an ACB from Moscow. I didn't really watch it because it was at the same time as Glory. So, that was like the only MMA event this weekend. There was a few... I watched Kansas City Fighting Championship for a little bit on YouTube. And then there was another card that was happening in a high school gym. It was awesome.
Whoa.
But
Okay.
but the feed sucked. Like, my God,
Yeah.
it was just all over the place. It sucked, so I didn't really watch it.
In the quality, you mean, or just like the camera all over the
Uh,
place?
the camera work wasn't amazing, but it was okay. No, technically, I guess their internet just sucked.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was lagging and flipping and all that goodness. It fucking sucks. Anyways, let's talk about The Ultimate Fighter that you didn't watch.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that the fight was awesome. Like, the fight was actually legitly good.
Okay.
It ended in.
Well, because it was the former Invicta champion was the one that was fighting.
Is that Barb?
The blonde.
Oh, okay,
chick.
Jillian.
That's right.
I think that's Jillian then.
I don't know. I don't know their names well. I've only seen 2 episodes, so I don't.
Let's see. Who is that?
Is it
No,
Top
it was Barb.
16?
It was Barb. Yeah, it was Barb. Yeah, Barb Honchak is the blonde that was in Invicta. She won. There you go.
Yeah.
I ruined it. But
Well, she was the number 2 versus the number 16 or
Yeah.
15 or whatever, so it's going to be kind of.
so
likely.
the thing is, Jillian Robertson was doing really good actually in the first round. In the stand up is kind of even, and I would say Jillian was even taking over near the end of the second. And then the first round, the second round. Well, that's what I won't ruin. How about that?
Well, apparently, but Barb is old. She's like 37 or 38, so people are not sure.
Most of these girls are not particularly young. Like,
Yeah, I know.
What's
But again,
how
like
old is Roxanne?
38. Roxanne's got to be up there too, 'cause she's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, and she's
34.
Oh, she's 35. She literally
Okay.
just turned 35.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody's super young in this, so not that I know.
Well,
Of.
the Jillian was only.
Maybe she was too young.
Well, that was the thing. It was the young up and comer versus the old wily vet.
Yeah. Invicta champ. Like,
But again, like Barb hadn't fought in like 2 years or something like that because the pay she couldn't. Being the Invicta champion wasn't getting her enough money to actually pay her bills.
That's not super surprising. Because I feel that's the case with some UFC fighters. So
Yep.
it's like, if you're a lady,
Yeah, but
not
she
in
was the
UFC.
champion of the division, whatever, and she still did not get enough money to actually pay her fucking bills.
Yeah, but like,
so she had to,
how Invicta is in the U.S., which is weird. It's not like how can I say this? It's not. There's a market in Moscow. It's
yeah.
here. The market's already filled. It's fucking the UFC. Like, it's weird. They're in a weird spot. It's really only hardcore people are that interested in watching Invicta. Really.
Yes.
All right.
Now that's the thing is, if she can become champ of the UFC or whatever, and then she probably could get 1 or 2 more fights, maybe 3. Then she could actually get some pretty good monies for those few fights, which is, I'm assuming, what she's looking to do.
Mm-hmm. All right. So somebody, Jeremy in the chat room says that your mic is dropping out sometimes, but you know what? You know what I think it is. So how I said earlier that when you don't talk, it's totally silent. So I think it prematurely cuts you off sometimes because you lowered the volume on it. So when you end your sentences, you kind of drop off. Your voice. So it just kind of
Okay.
cuts you off at the end, if you know what I mean.
Sure. It also might have something to do with Discord because I do have something set into there of when it,
Oh,
how much it
is it
actually takes to drop off.
Okay, it might be that too. It's not that bad, but it's mainly at the end of your sentences, you kind of get cut off sometimes. All right, so let's go to the news. Frank Shamrock. So I don't know how I feel about this news because I was looking forward to this fight, but Dan Henderson hurt his neck, I believe, and he's not going to be in his grappling match versus Kazushi Sakuraba. At this is at Dream? No, what's it called again? Ryzen.
Ryzen, okay.
Ryzen. So this
So
is going to be a
Ryzen even has
grappling.
grappling match? Okay.
Yeah, because I think Sakuraba did another grappling match before this. I want to say he did one before this. I just don't remember if that's factually true. I could just be making shit up. Fake news on Sprawl and Brawl. That's us. Yeah. I don't do it on purpose, though. It's fake news by accident. Sorry, guys. Hey, CBD will no longer be prohibited, though, on the WADA list in 2018. That's the same list that USADA uses. So, yay.
What is CBD?
The other side of THC weed. That doesn't get you high, and there's a lot of anti-inflammatory. So
that's the shit that Diaz was smoking after his fight with.
Well, he claims that he was smoking CBD, but let's be true, people. He's probably smoking THC a little bit too. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
But I don't know. Who knows?
But that's what he was saying that it was for, was anti-inflammatory shit.
Well, that's what CBD does.
Yeah.
Primarily.
Because he was vaping there in the interview going...
Yeah. It's dumb, it's dumb that you can't, though. That's like that, dude. That's post-fight. Come on, that's not in competition. Fuck off. What are they?
Dude, and that's what he said. Is that he already pissed in it. That's why I don't see how that was.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. So Johnny Hendricks, though, he is heading to Jackson Winklejohn for his next fight.
Well, I don't know. Like his issues, fucking diet and not being on roids anymore.
Well, here's the thing. Jackson and Winklejohn are amazing, but they won't transform anybody. You can just look at BJ Penn.
Yep. Well, yeah, again, BJ Penn 38, 39 or something like that. So
they're not wizards, all right?
Yeah.
Some of their fighters get caught for using shit. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah.
So, there's that, I suppose. But
yeah,
I love Jackson Winklejohn, but they won't transform Johnny Hendricks.
No.
His problem is not really training. His problem is that he's a fat ass.
Yeah.
And he likes food, and I guess...
And he likes food. Well, and then there's USADA that he stopped taking shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There is that, I suppose.
He was one of GSP's biggest... Like, GSP was like, test this guy, because it's just... And then as soon as USADA comes in and Hendricks just falls off the fucking map.
I feel weirdly about GSP because I feel like he could have probably been on something too. I can't say that for a fact, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was. His body was pretty good.
So?
Oh yeah, sure, he could have been all natural, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did some shit to enhance his performance, let's say. No,
I find that hard to believe, but again, it does depend on what you're talking.
I'm not even specifically saying steroids. Maybe he...
No, I know. Like there's all sorts of cuts and stuff. Yeah, there's all sorts of shit you can take.
Because EPO is not even that bad, really. It's just, you're competing. But like in a human being doing EPO, hey, do it, man. Fucking whatever. That's awesome. Why not? Because isn't EPO, they just like spin your blood and then put it back in you? Isn't that what EPO is?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Like they take your blood, they spin it up super fast in a centrifuge or whatever the fuck that thing is called. And then apparently like your blood, what happens? Like all these anti-inflammatory things and like anti-disease things waking up in your blood, and then you put it back in your fucking blood, and then it's like, we got an attack, and then I don't know, it just gives you a rush of something, I guess.
I have no idea.
I don't know the science of everything either, but I think that's how it works. Anyways, Max Holloway is in the news because he's gonna fight at UFC 218. That's the one December 30th versus Frankie Edgar. I
think the only reason he's fighting Edgar is because he fought everyone else. Like, it would be him and Korean Zombie, I think, are the only two he hasn't fought.
Well, I'm sad because I feel like they could have probably done Holloway versus
McGregor.
Yeah, McGregor. That would have made total sense.
I think Holloway wants to clear the division, then he'll go up. He has talked about it, but he's like, no, I'm not going to just jump up. I am going to own this division for a while, and then when I'm a bit older, like 28, 29, then we'll see about it.
Well, hopefully McGregor's still fighting then.
Well, is he ever gonna fight again? Like, dude, the dude just got like fucking.
Oh, he's gonna. I think he might fight on this card.
Idea.
I think he might fight on this card still, just based on all the fights that got announced for it so far. Because it's this one and what's the other fight? It was a ladies' fight. I'm gonna look this up right now because they announced a few fights for it. Oh no, just two. Okay, never mind. It's Max Holloway and Frankie Edgar, and the other one is Alistair Overeem and Francis Ngannou.
They also got Cruz and.
Oh yeah, yes, announced bouts. Felice Herrig, Courtney Casey, Angela Magana versus
Esparza,
Amanda Cooper,
Condit versus Neil Magny.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I sent you a picture of that. That just got announced yesterday or today. It was recent. Eddie Alvarez and Justin Gaethje is gonna apparently be on that card. So I think he wants to fight Gaethje, McGregor.
Yes, I do think that's what is kind of going on.
So maybe he won't fight then.
Yeah, I don't know if it happens with Tony and Lee. Like if Ferguson just can't lead, you can't give him the title shot. Like even over the old coaches.
Yo, I'm gonna call you back because your voice is going all crazy.
Okay.
Cool stuff. All right. Anyways, we were talking about Gaethje. Oh no! Now I can't hear you. What the hell? I cannot hear you for some reason. Maybe I'll just turn you on Skype. Huh. Is your bar going up and down on? Let's see. Anyways.
Hello.
I can hear you. I'll just use Skype for the rest of the show. Whatever. I hear you on Skype.
Wow.
Anyways, yeah, you were saying about what's his face?
Okay. Hello.
Yo, can you hear me?
You're just using Skype, so I actually have to turn Skype back on.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Blah.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Hello.
Yo.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, my Discord was closed.
Well, this it's done. I left the call.
Yeah, no, but it literally was not open on my computer.
I don't know.
Yeah, so I was talking to you through a ghost or something.
Maybe that's why the audio went all wanky.
Yeah, so Gaethje, I don't know. Like he beat. Okay, now is that your computer, or my computer? Like I'm hearing weird beeps that it's got to be from.
I have no idea. It's not me.
Like, is it people talking on Discord or something? No. I have no fucking clue.
Skype audio quality is pretty bad, but hey, what can you do?
Okay. Well, I just actually ended the call with you on Discord, opposed to.
I already ended it.
Yeah, I know, but it was still like on mine.
I don't know. I don't know. Anyway,
so Gaethje just beat Michael Johnson. So that's not a very well top. Like he's not a top 5 fighter, or I guess might be he may have been 5. Where was Johnson? Lightweight. No, I want balls. I want rankings. So it just like I guess he's gonna be fighting Alvarez. Is he fighting Alvarez after?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay. When?
We just talked about this.
We did.
Yes, December 30th. UFC 218.
Alvarez is fighting Gaethje.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's why I stopped thinking that what's his face
McGregor
would fight there. Gaethje is already.
I didn't see that fight there, but
It's tentatively announced to be there.
yeah.
There's only 2 fights that are actually like official. Weirdly enough.
So wait, that's I'm just so.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you remember who Bubba McDaniels is?
I kind of remember the name Bubba, but
He was on Tough. He's a bald dude, white dude. You could confuse him for a Nazi, maybe, or a white supremacist.
Is he the dude that got kicked off for dropping the guy on his head? There's the
That doesn't
tough
sound familiar.
6 or 7 that they ended up getting into a fight at the house.
That doesn't
guess it was
sound
7 or
familiar
8.
for this dude.
No,
I don't think so. Oh, he's the dude that Uriah Hall KO'd very early. He was in that season.
Oh, no, not really.
I think he beat Casey Anthony that season. Casey Anthony. Kevin Casey. Casey Anthony. What the fuck? What the? My brain is stupid. It's just gone right now. Like, that's just clearly obvious. What the fuck did I say that for? Oh my god. Okay. So Kevin Casey, yeah, he beat Kevin Casey in the first round. That fight was goddamn awful. Bubba McDaniel sucks. Anyways, King Mo got injured, and he's replacing King Mo. That's why I asked. And he's going to be fighting Liam McGeary, Bellator 185, and that's not the next one, but the one after that, because I think the one this weekend is 184. There is one on Friday tomorrow. Yeah. This is the next one after that one. Mousasi versus Shlemenko is the main event of that one. Not bad. Musashi's probably going to fucking destroy Shlemenko, but hey, whatever. If Shlemenko can take him to the ground, might be close. Heather Hardy is on that card too. That's all right. That's an all right looking card. All right. What else in the news here? Hey, one championship. They announced a weird fight. You might be into this, Steiner. You might be into this. Ung La En Song. He will be taking on a heavyweight, and he is a middleweight, and he's actually the champion of the middleweight champion of the one champion division. It's weird. It's weird saying that because there's 2 champions. Anyways, so yeah, he's a middleweight, and he's taking on heavyweight Ale Ngalani, and his last fight was pretty funny. It was just a Japanese dude chasing him around for about 30 seconds, and then he punched him while he was chasing him around, and that was it. That was the fight. He fell on his face, and that was it. Big ass black dude, French black dude, just wrecking fools. His name is Ale. So, yeah. I always love the big black dudes that speak French in MMA, and they just wreck fools. But the thing about them is they're so big. It's like Ngannou, I feel, is like one of the first dudes that actually capitalizes on his size. But what was that? What was his name? He's in Bellator now. He was also a heavyweight. He fought Pat Barry in that crazy ass fight.
Congo?
Yeah, Congo. He's so one dimensional.
Yes.
And that's the thing about so many like African French dudes.
Yeah, okay.
They're so one-dimensional. I
French
love
dudes,
them all.
I think in general, is kind of
how many white French dudes are there? I don't know too many French white dudes in the UFC anyways.
There's probably 1 or 2, but yeah, I would think most of them are not of white.
And I love them all. Because anyone that speaks French, I'm there with them. Because I'm like, I can understand that fool. Awesome. But yeah, they're just so one-dimensional. If you get punched in the face by them, it will hurt, and you might get knocked out very badly.
Yeah.
But if they can't do that, it will be a shit show for the most part.
Well, like Francis is something different though.
Oh, Francis can take you down.
Yeah.
Francis can
like he
stand
is
up
not
with
one-dimensional whatsoever, and that's one of the reasons why he's so fucking scary.
Mm-hmm. People are scared to take him down sometimes because he might do something from the bottom too.
Well, someone took his back, and then he just jump into a Kimura, like literally.
Oh,
standing Kimura.
Yeah. It was. Didn't he stand up and then he just did the Kimura kind of?
Yeah,
I don't really remember.
Really call exactly, but it was a standing Kimura. Someone took his back. He just took a guy's arm and just something along those
Wasn't
lines.
that my submission of the year last year?
I don't know if it was submission of the year, but it was definitely like.
I think that was my submission of the year last year.
Okay, it could. Yeah, it was fucked up.
Because last year the submissions, the only thing about the submissions that were notable last year is who did them, right?
Yeah.
Like McGregor tapping out Diaz. Was that tap out? Did he?
The first one.
Oh, the first one. The first one. Yeah, the first one.
The second one he won by split decision, which is bullshit because McGregor lost. So fuck you.
Yeah, there's a lot of fights like that. You say that all the time about Bisping and Anderson Silva.
Yeah, well, that was only a 3-round fight, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's still a bullshit decision.
Yes. No,
I actually just watched that fight
speaking,
today.
I agree with that. It was Bisping that won 2 rounds, but I also would have called it a draw because it should have been
10-8. That's
10-8.
The third round was he got destroyed to fuck. His face was caved in by the end of that fight.
But was it a 5-round fight or was it
No,
only?
it was 3.
It was a 3. Yeah,
I think it was 3 because I don't think they were the main event.
No, because I do believe like Bisping won the first, Anderson won the second. Like dude, he nearly decapitated him, and it wasn't just that. It was like minute 30, 2 minutes of that round that Anderson just owned him. Like he had him trapped in the corner and all sorts of shit. And then Bisping came out in the third, and I guess Anderson blew his load from Excel.
Oh yeah, because the second round, like dude, he destroyed his fucking nose.
Yeah. It was stupid. But again, I would have called that a draw. And was that a split decision win, or was that?
I don't know. Probably, it was probably split. If that was unanimous.
Like it may have been like a split draw because maybe one of the judges did give it a 10-8 to Anderson on that.
No, it would have been a split decision, or a majority decision.
Yeah, I think the majority would be the correct.
Maybe. So hey, the UFC donated $1 million to families of victims of the Las Vegas.
No, it was a 5-round fight and it was unanimous.
5 rounds. I literally just watched this today. I should have known that. Because I literally just watched that fight today. It was good. It's a good fight. But Bisping lost, in my eyes.
Well, Bisping definitely lost the fight.
Yeah, well, if you could just look at him at the end of the fight. Bisping looked fucked up. Well, then again, Bisping looks fucked up at the end of most of his fights. Yeah. So it's like looking at Lesnar at the end of a lot of his fights. Lesnar always looks kind of fucked up at the end of his fights. He's gassed as shit, and he's usually bleeding. And you're like, well, yeah, that's Lesnar. But Lesnar he bleeds all the time anyway. So Rafael Natal retired this week. He was all right. He's been in the UFC for a long time.
Yeah.
So, sure. Hey, talk about being in the UFC for a long time, though. Carlos Condit, you already said it, but Neil Magny, UFC 219. That's cool, I suppose.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying that Neil Magny is going to get destroyed, which I don't. So, do you remember Neil Magny's last fight?
His last fight?
Yeah.
No, not directly.
I told you he was going to get wrecked, and you were like, I don't know. I told you he's going to get wrecked. It was Rafael Dos Anjos. Oh,
okay. I didn't see that fight. Okay.
You were like, I don't know if he's going to get wrecked. I'm like, dude, he's going to get destroyed. I love Neil Magny. I love him, but he's not on that level. But I guess against Carlos Condit, I don't know. He's been gone for a while. Neil Magny could use his fucking length to do something against Condit, but I don't see
Condit's lanky as shit as well. So
there is that. But I don't see Magny being able to KO him either. So
no. No.
I don't know
It
who
really
wins
comes
this
down
one.
to what Condit feels. Like if he goes in there as Condit from 3 or 4 years ago, it will not. It will be a Condit just will fucking crush him.
I love Condit.
But
I'm a huge fan of his. So
like I just don't know where Condit is, because he was really talking about retirement and shit after that Lawler fight, and that was a while ago, and that was his last fight.
how
Was
long
it not?
was that? Like a year and a half ish, 2 years, something like that. Something like that.
August 16.
Yeah, so a year and a
So
half,
it will be a year and a half.
kind of.
No. Sorry, that was Damian. He got choked up by Damian Maia.
Oh, that was his last fight.
It was his last fight, which that was first round submission, in like less than a minute, I think. And then the Lawler fight will be 2 years, pretty much. It was Jan 2nd, posted December 30th, 17.
All right, hey, my last news story here. Kurt Hallebaugh, he actually competed on the Contender Series. The NAC opened a complaint against him that he used an IV during that show. And you can't do that. So we'll see where that goes. I have no idea, because this literally just came off the press like 2 hours ago. Fresh off the presses.
Interesting.
Vitor Belfort got a new tattoo on his head. It's a cross.
Like on his forehead?
No, it's like on the side of his head. So if he grew hair, you could not see it.
Okay. Well, because he always did the cross in his hair.
Well,
Like whenever he got a haircut, he typically had a cross.
it's tattooed there
etched
now.
out. Now it's tattooed.
Yes.
Maybe not the same cross, but
I guess it's similar. It's like it starts from like the back of his hairline on the back of his neck, and like it goes up above the ear, kind of.
okay, maybe. Yeah, that seems pretty similar.
Yeah. Well, he just decided to get that permanently. Why not? Tired of shaving the shit in. Let's tattoo it in. Did you watch UFC Embedded?
I did not.
The Derek Lewis stuff is good, and Ray Borg has a pet pig. That's like the highlights of the Embedded so far for UFC this weekend. I guess we could talk about UFC this weekend then.
Yeah.
So what is that, 216?
Yes.
That's in Vegas. There was word that they were maybe going to cancel it when the shooting happened, but it's a good thing they're going through with it. I think. Like, what are you going to do? Like, cancel everything? This is indoors. You can tighten security. You can prevent this stuff indoors. All right. The main card's all right. For a pay-per-view card, I don't know who's really going to buy it, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because Tony Ferguson and Kevin Lee, if that was on Fox, watch watch that shit, man. Everybody would watch that shit, but for pay-per-view, man, I don't know.
Well, I would like the TV card is actually a pretty good card on this.
Will Brooks versus Nick Lentz. That's all right.
I like that.
This is like
Bobby Green versus
Lando Venata. I was gonna say this is like a Bellator versus UFC show on the prelims, but that's the only two fights.
Yeah,
that have that. I don't know who Tom DeKesnoy is or Cody Stanman either.
Verdun versus Lost. Like, I don't know
Derek
too much.
Lewis. So the thing about Derek Lewis is he's been helping with the hurricane shit in Houston.
Yeah,
so,
well, he is he's from Houston, all that shit.
And he said he literally said he's not as ready as he should be, or something like that, something along those lines. So
the whole fucking city of Houston has been flooded out, so it would be.
So we'll see how that fight actually goes.
Yeah, I think if he can connect, it's over, because I don't think.
Werdum's always hit or miss, right? I love Werdum, but he's always like, I don't know about this one.
Comes out with some crazy drop kick, something against.
That's amazing. The fights that he does clearly win, I'm just like, yeah, fucking amazing. He did great. But the fights where he's just, you're like, whoa, okay. It's like a different fucking fighter almost. He has that switch. A lot of fighters where you're just like you're amazed one fight and then the next you're just like what? Shit, he hit the bed right now. I don't know what's going on, but he sucked. Like his Alistair Overeem fight, so disappointed. That fight was so not good. Demetrius Johnson and Ray Borg got pushed over to this one. They're the co-main event. Everybody's up in arms. That should be the main event or championship. Whatever. Ray Borg did it to himself by getting sick.
Yes.
You did it to yourself, bro.
Now, yeah, well, it's for an interim lightweight title.
Yes, the main event is.
So there is technically a title for it, and
Ferguson's
I do think
fake title.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that. Whatever. Ferguson's title's all right, but Ferguson himself,
yeah,
he flip flops a lot. I don't like guys who do that, who just flip flop a lot. Like I'm gonna be calm and enjoyable today, and then tomorrow, I fucking hate everything. Fuck you and fuck this. You don't do shit. Like, dude, you're supposed to be an analyst right now.
Yeah.
Just ask your questions and chill. Like that's what Tony Ferguson. He's weird because sometimes he seems like totally cool, chill dude, and then other times.
Well, even when he was on Tough, though, he definitely, especially when he drank and shit, he was definitely a complete utter douche when he drank.
Yeah, so is a lot of people though. So.
Yeah, no, but beyond, like he was saying shit about like it's good that your mother died and shit like that.
Oh, yep.
Like he was saying some really fucked up shit.
That is fucked up. But did he fight Chiesa? Or wait, mom died. Who did he say that to?
I don't think it was from that season or what. Maybe
because that was his dad. So that's not it.
Yeah, no. I can't remember if that was who it was, but.
Some of the shit though you say when you're in a fight, you just gotta brush that off.
But this
on
wasn't
both
even.
sides,
This was
right?
in the house.
Yeah, in the house is kind of fucked up if you're not fighting and it's just something you say because you're fucking drunk and you hate him. That's fucked up. But if you're fighting, you know, you're gonna shit talk and you're gonna say shit you might regret. But that you have to accept that on both sides, in my opinion.
Yeah. So he fought in Rami Nijam for in the Tough Ultimate finale. And
Nijam won. Right?
No, he won. Tony Ferguson.
Oh, Ferguson won. That's right. I like the gym too, though. So yeah. That season was alright. The UFC Fight Pass card for this one has 4 fights on it.
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous. Sometimes there's only one. Marco Beltran versus Matt Schnell. That's alright. Talis Ladies versus Brad Tavares is also a good fight. Magomedov Baladov versus John Moraga. That's also a good fight. And then Walt Harris versus Mark Godbeer. Sorry. His nickname is Goodbeer. But Jesus Christ. That's a good card. I would argue that's worth having UFC Fight Pass for the month alone. So just buy Fight Pass for this month if you don't have it. 'Cause that's actually a good fucking card, dude. Bulatov, he's awesome. He's one of the few Russians in the UFC that I can actually remember and actually love his fight style. He's been in World Series of Fighting. He's only fought in the UFC once, and it was he got deducted a point for a groin strike and still won. So it's a good fight.
He's 14-0, so that does say something.
There's one ladies fight on UFC 216. Pearl Gonzalez versus Boliana Botello.
No, there's 2.
2? Which one? Oh,
there's the one on the main card.
Oh, they were. Yeah. This was supposed to be another fight. It was supposed to be Paige Van Sant versus Jessica Ai.
No, okay. I don't remember that. It was supposed to be
Angela Lee versus Kalindra Faria. And then Andrea Lee dropped out, and then she got replaced. And then this fight's still on the main card. That's the one fight on the main card where I'm just like, get that the fuck off.
Yeah, I don't fully understand
Will
that.
Brooks or fucking what? Yeah. Put something else up there. That's a fucking Fight Pass card fight right there. Like I don't know. It's just so weird that's
Brooks
a
and Lentz makes a hell of a lot more sense than that. So I don't fully get some of this shit. But hey,
Andrea Lee made
Whatever.
sense. Andrea Lee's fucking cool. It would have been her first UFC fight. I don't think a lot of people know her, but she's actually fucking awesome. I think she's promotable as shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, her nickname is KGB. She's pretty cool. Is there? Oh yeah, Bellator. Bellator has 184, I believe, on Friday. I could be wrong about the number, but let's check this out. I'm gonna go to Wikipedia right now. The main event was, if I remember correctly, and what was it? October 6th. Yeah, I'm right here. You go. It was Eduardo Dantes. Eduardo Dantes versus Darian Caldwell. Then we have Daniel Strauss versus Emmanuel Sanchez, Pat Curran versus John Texera, and Joe Tamaggio versus Leandro Higo. That's an alright card. Then they have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 fights on the prelims, and that's in 2 hours. So they do those 7 fights in 2 hours. That's a lot of fights. And then they're doing a fight card from Talladega. That's not on TV or anything. It's just like I think it's yeah.
So that's just like that's the race track, you mean?
Uh-huh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So they're doing the same thing they did that before from somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. And because they do that from a NASCAR place, technically NBC owns the rights to broadcast, but NBC owns the rights to Professional Fight League, but they don't anymore. So I guess maybe they could broadcast the Bellator fights if they wanted to now, because the Professional Fight League contract is done at the end of this year, I believe, and they're not going to renew.
Right.
So Professional Fight League is going to have to find a new home. Anyways, yeah, there's a Bellator tomorrow. It's whatever. It's not great, but it's fights on Friday night if you're into that. And that's about it for this week, I think. I don't have anything else. But yeah, you were so wrong about Neil Magny and Dos Anjos. Like, so wrong.
Well, it was
so wrong.
Well, it was Dos Santos coming up to 170, which is what I wasn't sure about. But
and Magny, theoretically, he has so much length on even the dudes in his weight class.
Well, the thing is, like,
that
what
he
do you mean
should
so
have been.
wrong? The fight was only 2 minutes long, so
Yeah, yes.
Dos Santos punched him a couple of times, took him down, and submitted him.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying, like, if Magny was better, he could take advantage of his size against Dos Anjos especially.
Yeah, I think he should have been able to. Yes, I agree, but
but he's not that dude.
no.
Neil Magny is the perfect dude to put on the prelims to get the crowd hyped. He's fucking amazing at that. I love Magny. I love him. Let him win against some fucking trash and let him talk, and I'm into that. I don't mean trash. He beat actually legit dudes when he went on his 5-fight streak in 1 year. Wasn't that what it was?
I don't know.
He fought a lot in that 1 year. Is that he was in that streak? Anyways. Yeah. Hey, Ray Borg said that he guarantees a win over Demetrius Johnson. Huh. Interesting.
I don't think that's happening. Not to say it's impossible. It's just highly fucking unlikely.
Oh, Ariel Helwani asked Tony Ferguson, why do you tweet with every first word? So every word is capitalized in his tweets. And he asked him, why do you do that? He was like, there's no rules on Instagram and Twitter. Like, what the fuck? There's no grammar police. What? Just leave me alone. I could do whatever the fuck I want. It's pretty funny. And then he said, if you ask me to write a fucking essay or something, or so, I'll be able to, and I won't capitalize everything. Like, fuck off.
Fucking loser.
I don't know why he does that, but it is actually, I do know why he does that. For exactly the reaction he gets.
Yeah.
which is funny to me. It's hilarious.
Then why wouldn't he just say that?
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit, but it's hilarious. Just piss off the grammar police on Twitter because there's a lot of those. And so I'll only point it out to people that I know and people who claim to be smart. And Ferguson doesn't really do that.
No.
Ferguson's fight IQ high fight IQ.
Mm.
IQ in life, I don't know. I'm not going to say that it's low because I don't want him to kick my ass if he ever hears any of this. You know, people tend to cut clips on YouTube sometimes and do malicious stuff with it. And they might send hey, Tony Ferguson, this white boy said this about you. Go kick his ass.
Yeah, I don't.
And he might do the Jay and Silent Bob thing of just, while Matt, all right, let's go. He's in Ottawa. Let's go fly over there and kick his ass. I don't know if he has that money, though.
He's getting $80K a fight at least, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, I guess he has that fake championship belt right now, so he probably makes more.
Well, no, he doesn't have it yet. He has to be Lee first.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh, well, then I don't know if he's ever going to have it then.
Mm.
I'm not saying for sure he's going to lose. I think he's going to probably win.
Yeah, I would go with, like, betting. I would definitely not bet on Lee. But
I would not bet on this fight. This is not a bet. Let's see the odds. So before we go off the air, let's see what the odds on this fight is. Ferguson Lee odds. Because I'm curious if Lee is actually a significant underdog, then maybe he would be worth betting on. But let's see. This is the main card. No, it's way too close. Ferguson minus 220, Kevin Lee plus 180.
No, that sounds about right.
Yeah, they're way too close. That's not a fight worth betting for.
Yeah, no, like,
betting
yeah,
on.
if it was like 400 to 380 or 370, then yeah, I could get you.
None of these fights are really far off in terms of
really the
odds.
Mighty Mouse one isn't?
Oh yeah, that is the one. That's the one. Mighty Mouse minus 1250, Rayborg plus 800. Yeah. So maybe place a $100 bet on Ray Borg if you want to have fun.
If like DJ somehow comes out and sprains his ankle or something like that, you just won like $1,000. Like,
this website is recommending that you bet $110 on Tony Ferguson, and you will make $50 on that bet.
That's not very good.
Single bets are not really all that great for the most part.
Yeah.
But in terms of the one, Lando Vanata is minus 230 and Bobby Green is plus 190. See, all these odds are too close for me.
Yeah.
Like, I would not bet on any of these fights. You would have to parlay, and once you parlay it, man, even if you parlay just 2 fights and you win one and you would lose the other, you feel like shit.
Mm.
You're just like, oh man, I could have just bet on those fights individually. God damn it!
Well, I guess how does it work? Like, so if
you parlay?
I'm not exactly sure what parlay means.
Is when you bet on multiple events.
Okay.
Multiple fights on one ticket.
Now, would they have something like, okay, so if you bet on every fight in that event and you get...
So your odds multiply every fight you add, right? So like the odds kind of all like blend together.
No, but I guess I'm thinking like the way it works for hockey here or whatever. Like you could do...
It's like that with UFC. It's the same.
But the thing, if you bet on 8 games and you win 6 of them, then you still get something.
That's possible that you can do that with some parlays, but when I do parlays, it's usually just 3 or 4, and you can't do that with 3 or 4. You have to actually do.
Yeah. No. It would have to be like 8 or 10.
And I think you have to pay for that. I think that's an option.
Okay.
You have to pay for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember that's the way my uncle used to do it for the most part. That if you got like half of them correct, you got like your money back or something, or not your money back, but.
I think for this pro line and all that stuff, I think you have to bet on at least 6 to win when you have only 5. I think, and then I think when you start betting to 8, I think it gets down to 6.
Okay.
You can actually lose 2.
Yeah. I think
Those
I
rules
maybe
change all the goddamn time, so
Yeah,
it's hard to
okay.
keep track of that stuff. Really, legally betting in Canada sucks. To be honest, the odds are not great, and like unless you have like a casino near you that gives you different odds and stuff. But a lot of that stuff, if you're betting on hockey, they're all going to be like
much the same.
the same numbers. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're in the same province and stuff. Yeah. Legally betting sucks, man. Go online. Just do it online. It's just even if you
No,
lose.
I when we were in Vegas, one of the Ronda Rousey fights was like 2 weeks away, and we ran the numbers on placing a bet. Yeah, we would have to put down like $1,000 to win 100 or something stupid like that.
I mean, if you were doing it for every Ronda Rousey fight, you would have ended up on top.
Probably, yeah. Well, if you bet on Holmes, you made a fucking killing.
For that one fight, yeah.
Yeah.
I know somebody who claims that they bet on Holmes, and I don't know if that's true or not, because they never bet on MMA, and then all of a sudden, hey, I bet on this one fight,
Yeah.
and I was right. Yeah, okay.
Well, it's because it's such the underdog. Like it's not so much like you know what the fuck you're talking about.
Hey,
It's
do you
just
remember when I told you
like
that
betting on board? You're like, okay, betting on board. If you put down $100, you'll get it like 800, $900. So why the fuck not? If you have $100,
Well,
like if something were to happen,
Do you remember when I told you about Alvarez and Dos Anjos? Sorry, not Dos Anjos. Rafael. Oh yeah, no, it was Dos Anjos.
No.
Sorry, it was Dos Anjos.
and Alvarez, okay,
And
yeah,
Alvarez, yeah. And I was like, Alvarez was like a fucking plus 540 or something. Was it plus? Yeah, is that
Okay.
I'm getting that right?
I don't. Well,
He was the underdog. Why am I-
the plus is for the guy who's supposed to win.
Okay, so he was like
Or
minus.
minus.
He was like minus 545 or something like that.
Okay.
I was like, dude, put your fucking life savings
Yeah,
on him. I was just
that's
like,
weird.
That's the one fucking fight. I was just like, that's ridiculous. You have to fight. You have to bet on that.
You know, but yeah, I still don't see on how that would have been.
because everybody
like
was underestimating Alvarez because his UFC record wasn't exactly amazing.
No.
up to that point. But I just knew him from
Well,
Bellator.
like, yeah,
he
well, it
was
was
gonna
the
destroy
it
him.
was the Cerrone fight that he came in under all this hype, and then Cerrone just
So the thing
freaking
about Cerrone
liquidated
is that he's a bad matchup.
yes,
Cerrone stands up and bangs. That's what Alvarez does.
yes.
So when you get two of those guys, it's just like, it could go either way. And it totally went either way. That fight was great. I liked that fight. but
Yes. No, agreed. It was a pretty good fight, but like
Yes, Alvarez
Cowboy, yeah, Cowboy definitely lit him up pretty well.
It was the first round was competitive, and then after that, Alvarez,
Yeah.
you could tell he was hurt.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah, and it's not Alvarez doesn't look hurt often, so you know that Cowboy
Like
was
what
throwing.
really
some fucking
surprised me was
punches.
the Alvarez McGregor fight of just how bad
dude,
Alvarez
how
ended
many,
up looking.
How many punches did he throw before he went down? Like 4 or 5? How many hits was that combo?
What, McGregor?
Yeah.
Well, McGregor knocked him 4 or 5 times, but they were all single punches for the most part.
No, that was a dude. No.
No,
Right
no,
when
the
he fell, that
final
was like-
one was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But
That was a
like, he knocked him
ridiculously
down
fast
2 or 3
combo.
times. He knocked him down 2 or 3 times just with the one left hand.
Oh, dude. Yeah. No. The first time he fell over, it was done.
No,
You
yeah,
could tell
absolutely.
Alvarez
yes.
was like, "Oh, dude, this dude's hurt."
Yes. Exactly. Yeah, and I guess that's really what happened is that he was out, so he couldn't do his game plan because he wasn't really there.
It kind of reminded me of Silva and Forrest Griffin,
Oh,
where
well,
the first punch
okay.
landed and you were just like, "Oh, this is done."
that was just yeah.
Oh, but Forrest Griffin kept going for a little bit,
Yeah, no,
and then he
did.
just got destroyed.
and then he was never the same.
Nope. Nope.
So-
No. His voice changed. Everything. Never the same.
Which I'm pretty sure he cracked his jaw on that shot because the way he was moving in, and he just
Well,
snapped it.
did he say he had like an ear infection or something?
I don't know.
He had something going into that fight, and then yeah, I think it was his jaw that I think it was dislocated or something.
Okay.
That's why he ran off
Yeah,
because he was just like,
I
"Oh
remember
man."
saying he was in a lot of pain, and that's why he left.
Well, I think he had an inner ear infection going into that fight.
That would be a pretty fucked up thing to do.
I think that's what he said. And then he got rocked, and then it's just like, well, my head
Yeah,
really
well,
hurts. I'm gonna get out of here. Oh, I love Forrest. It's too bad he took all that damage. That's right. You take your underwear, goddammit. I think we're going to end on that note.
It's not underwear, it's picture frames.
I'm just goddamn joking. God, just go with it.
Okay.
Your wife cleaned your underwear that you were talking about earlier.
It was new underwear.
Oh, new underwear.
So she had to unpack. She was unpacking it so she could do the laundry.
Okay. Well, she still cleaned them.
I don't know if she did, actually.
Oh, okay.
She just threw it in the dirty clothes.
Well, there you go. This just in, Steiner got new underwear.
I did. And socks.
Oh, hey, I was just going to say, I'm thinking about doing that with my socks. Because I have two different kinds of socks. Tube socks and then shorter, ankle socks.
Yeah.
I'm just going to fucking throw all of them out and get all the same kind.
Right.
Get enough for a month so I don't have to fucking do the wash ever. Oh
God.
Wouldn't that be so amazing?
No.
You just have to clean your whites
It'd be
once
so
a
disgusting.
month.
It'd be so disgusting.
You just throw it in a basket and you don't see it?
Yeah, no, but at the end of the month, what those last socks or first socks would be, man, oh my God.
I don't even know if that would fit in a washer. So, yeah. It's probably not a good idea.
No. I can tell you it's not a good idea.
Yeah. And I used to wear white underwear, but not anymore. Not anymore. I've learned. White underwear is not good because it shows too much. You know too much of me. I don't need anybody to know that much about me.
When you fart, some brown kind of
stuff comes out, and then sometimes when I pee, there's still a little bit left on the tip. So when I put back my underwear,
that's what shaking's about. But okay.
Yeah, but you have a foreskin.
Yes.
Yeah, it stays there sometimes. You can shake all day. There's gonna be just a little tiny bit that stays right there.
No, I'm good.
Okay. I mean, you can pull it back, but for me, there's still just a little tiny bit that stays there.
That's why I pulled my foreskin back and pee.
It wasn't always this way. I think it's just a thing with age.
I'm older than you, and I don't have that issue.
Penises are different, Steiner. Everybody's is different. Okay. It's just like drugs. Everything reacts different to everything, man. My penis touches the air. It's like, ah! Your penis touches the air. It's like, oh, yeah, cool.
What? I don't understand what's going on. I don't get it. What's going on?
I'm just making fun. Jeez. You know what's been nice about this whole last, 40 minutes? I haven't heard the background.
Yeah, it's because the kid's asleep.
Oh, I know. It's so nice. The kid wasn't that bad. The kid I can get. It's all the other noise.
Well, the kid was taking a bath, so it was the bath.
Well, no, not even that. Just hearing the dishwasher and hearing the washer wasn't that bad. It's just the chime of it finishing.
Well, once she started, it was the dryer, I guess technically, but once she closed the door to the laundry room, it was fine.
Mm-hmm. Your mic is it's too good.
Yeah.
You need to get some unidirectional mic, not an omnidirectional mic. I think that's what the Yeti is.
Well, I actually it has 4 settings.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can change it. That is right. Because I have experience with that mic. I don't particularly like it. It doesn't sound good with my voice. I hate my voice. So, any mic that has a good. I don't know if I should say good.
I like this because it actually has a gain and everything built into it, so I can.
Yeah, that is nice. But the Yeti, I think it records the bottom ends better than the high ends, and my voice is weirdly both high end and low end. But when you only have the low end of my voice, my voice sounds super weird.
Sorry, you mean the deep part?
Yes. Okay. Yes. So when it's only the deep part that you hear, for the most part, my voice sounds super weird.
Yeah, but I have a pretty deep voice, so that's.
Well, I think if I got that nose surgery to, I don't think I have a deviated septum entirely, but I think I could definitely get some surgery to get rid of some scar tissue back there and some shit to just make my nostrils bigger. and take in more air. And I bet my voice would sound different. Less nasally. Less. I bet it would get rid of my my low ends. And I don't know if I want to get rid of that. I could just talk. My voice is weird. I hate my voice. I hate listening to it. That's why I never listen to my own shows. I just hate my voice.
It's not that I hate my voice. It's just hearing it outside rather than in my head is just different. So it's different.
Well, so I got these new...
It doesn't... I don't think it's me talking.
I got these new headphones, but they're earphones. So I don't wear these huge headphones anymore.
Okay.
But they're noise canceling, and they go in my ear, so it's kind of weird talking on this podcast, honestly, because I hear my voice like in my head more than anything else.
Right.
It's weird. So I don't know if I like it. I might switch back to big headphones eventually, buy some new ones. But these things sound fucking amazing when I'm not talking.
Right. So when you're music or games or whatever.
Yes. It's whoever Samsung partnered for to do their headphones.
Oh, so they're just the ones from the box.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, but fuck, they sound better than the Apple.
The Apple ones are shit.
I actually no. So since,
I guess maybe they've gotten better.
Since the Apple ones changed to the earpods.
Okay.
Since they changed the shape of them.
Okay.
I actually really like those ones. It's just I feel like the wire on them breaks way too often and way too fast. Like every fucking pair I get.
Well, then you get the new ones, and it's just wireless. So then
I do want those ones. I do want those ones.
I don't like things with batteries in it. I don't like having to fiddle around with batteries and shit like that.
The thing that sucks about them is they last. I think they last like 3 hours on the one charge. So you have to put them back in the case, which is a battery itself. Yeah. Which is nice. It's a good idea, but you still have to take them out of the ear. For me though, it's kind of useful because I mostly listen to podcasts during the day. So I would just have one on, and then when that one dies, you charge that one, and then you use the other one. That's what I would do with podcasts. Anyways, hey, that's the end of this podcast.
Yeah.
We were just mostly rambling at the end of this one.
At the end, yeah. We've been rambling for a while now.
It's cool. It's whatever.
It's been a long week.
Just 1 week?
No. Well, okay. It's been a long, month.
I believe it. So the NHL season started once again, and I noticed that Curbs yesterday tweeted out 20 tweets during that game. 20. All right then. I think he does a hockey podcast right now.
Meh.
All right. What was I doing? Oh, hey, that's what I was doing. All right. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys.
Bye.
We're here every Thursday.
Sounds about right.
We are live on YouTube, Mixer, and Twitch, and you can find us wherever podcasts are found. See ya.
Bye.